Hey guys, Hunt here. I've been asked to do a Let's Play on Roller Coaster Tycoon 3. So here we are. We're going to do a Let's Play. I'm not going to cut anything out on this. I'm just going to let it run. And if parts get boring, then you can advance the parts yourself. For those who want the longer version of the video, you can certainly watch the whole thing. Anyway, this is my favorite map. This is La La Land. So I figure if I'm going to do a Let's Play, I'm going to do it on my favorite map. First, do a couple of disclaimers. First of all, the way that I play is not necessarily the way that I think that everybody should play. I think you should just have fun with the game and just do whatever suits you. So I'm going to just talk about the things that I do and why I do it. So here we are, the first part of the map. Just started it. So we'll just I'll just run through it. Some of the things that I like to do. First of all, whenever I start a map, I want to start out with the finances and just kind of see what's going on. Kind of get a feel for the map if I'm unfamiliar with it. Just see where any money is going, because I certainly don't want anything to go unnoticed. I don't see anything out of the ordinary there. Another thing that I like to do in the beginnings is I like to turn off all this research stuff. Because the way that I like to play is I like to focus on getting thrill rides down first. And the way that we're going to play this is not necessarily to complete the objectives. I want to make a massive roller coaster park. I want to fill all this up. Yeah, I'm going to complete the objectives along the way, but I want to build a massive roller coaster park too. So the first thing we're going to do here is start with the thrill rides. And the thrill rides, to me anyway, is where you start making your money. You got to get as many rides down, not necessarily thrill rides, but rides down as you can, so you can start generating revenue. So a good way that I found doing that is with thrill rides. We're going to start researching some roller coasters. We're not going to put any roller coasters down in the beginning. What we're going to do first is get about 10 thrill rides down, and then after we get about 10 down, then we're gonna start putting some roller coasters. So while we're putting those 10 thrill rides down, I want to research some roller coasters along the way. Junior rides, we're gonna stay away from that for a little bit. Water rides, no. General rides, yeah, we're gonna do a couple of general rides. Transport rides, yeah, that's gonna speed up too. Other attractions, yes. Shops and facilities, yes. Scenery, no. Paths, no. Pools, rides, no. And we're also going to kick this up to max at 500. I want as many thrill rides as I can get as fast as I can get them. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to adjust that stuff along the way. So don't think that we're only going to do that. But for now, I need to get as many thrill rides as I can down, because you'll see... Where's my thrill rides? Yeah, I only have 2. So that's not going to do me any good. I want mo. I want mo rides. So the next thing I like to do is get rid of this stuff. No one is ever going to come up here to buy your drinks. Okay, so here we are. You got drink vending machines way up here. No one is going to get up here. You got the beginnings here. They've got to run all the way up here to get a drink, or along this way and run up along this path. No one's going to make it up here. Turn that off. There are labor that goes into these vending. So every time you send a vending machine down, or a shop or whatever, it goes against your labor staff wages. So by eliminating that shop, I save wages. Also, by eliminating that shop, I get some money too on the sellback. So here nor there. So I haven't even laid down one thrill ride yet, but that's okay. I wanted to talk about this thing here as well. This one here, and then another ride that's under other attractions. I don't think we've researched it yet. Yeah, this one, and then the Hershey ride. These kind of bug out every once in a while, so just keep an eye on this ride, and I'll show you that in a minute. And it looks like this one is already bugged out, but we'll see. When it comes down, I'll show you what I mean. So we need to get some thrill rides down. Quit playing around. So we're going to get the trash tool. We're going to get rid of this. Oh, I screwed that up. Trash. See if that thing has come down yet. Alright, so watch this. See if it's bugged out. So if it's bugged out, these guys will not be able to get off. And what it'll do is basically just circle around. Everybody will stay on it, and it'll go back up again. Which means no one is crossing this turnstile, which means I'm not making any money. And it looks like this thing's bugged out, because they would have got off by now. So the way you fix that is just to shut the ride off and wait for everybody to get out of it. And if they don't get out of it, then either sell the ride and put it back down or whatever. But it's buggy. So I need to make sure that these guys get out of here. Otherwise, I'm not going to make any money. It doesn't look like they're getting down at all. Alright, we may just have to sell it. Alright, we'll lay another one down. But you see what I mean, they kind of wig out. Oh, where are you? Where's the happy medium? Is it not gonna go? Oh, I gotta turn that around. Try that again. There we go. The Z key. Probably looks pretty good. Alright, I'm gonna go up. How high are we gonna go? 230? That's probably pretty good. Don't want to get too high, because the higher it gets, the longer it takes for that ride to come down. Turn that off. Turn that off. We need to get the gates down. Where's the gates? Alright, so we need exit there, and we need entrance there. Okay, good. Now we turn it back on, and people still start coming in. That's a quick fix. Alright, so they should start coming that way, and I can start making some money on that ride. So back over here, get some throw rides down. So in putting these down, a couple of things I'm going to try to keep in mind so I don't have to redo things twice is I'm going to be buying land eventually, and all these pieces out here are things that I'm going to buy for land. I just need to keep that in mind. And I'm going to be working my rides because I want people to progress their way from the entrance, and I don't want them to have to travel all the way over here to ride the rides, especially in the beginning. I want them to come into the entrance, ride the rides, congregate in this area right in here for now, eventually make their way over here. But the moral of the story is I don't want them to have to walk too far to do any to get on any different rides. So I'm going to keep everything in the beginnings right here. So I need to get rid of some more of these trees. And then we're going to flatten some things out and make this a little more what do you call it? Conducive to a roller coaster park. Oh, hit the wrong button. Come on. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to leave the path where it's at for now. If I need to change it later, depending on the rides that I put down, I will. We need to put this guy down. This guy's a really good money maker. And probably, yeah, it'll be okay. I usually like to keep one buffer row between the fence and my ride, just for aesthetics. I'll explain that a little later. Basically, I can't modify this area out here. I can only modify this area. So if I flatten this out, it'll show. I'll show you here real quick what I'm talking about. This is what not to do, or this is what I don't like to do. I forget which one it is. I think that's it. Can't remember. I think it's this one. I'm gonna knock that down to 4. So if I flatten this down to make it a ride that I want to ride, see how it leaves that kind of ugliness there? And I can't modify this. I'm pushing down. I can't modify that out there. So that's why I like to keep one buffer row so the terrain all matches up. fix that here real quick. Oh, I think it's the wrong one. I think it's this one. There we go. So there we go. Put that back. Alright, so let's get this ride down. Enough talking. More rides. Alright, look, we're researching all kinds of stuff. This is a money maker. So we're going to do that. We're going to get that guy down there. And then we're going to get... What I usually like to do is, from the main path, put the money-making turnstile there. So I can create my path. Yeah. That's okay. I might shorten that up a little bit. No, I'm not. I'm not going to shorten it up. Let's see. There. I'm totally screwing this up. There. Okay. There. And then to go back, since I canceled that out of that, put my exit there. So you need an entrance and an exit. And which one are we going to go with? Huh. I guess we could stay with that, I guess. Yeah, that's the one. Okay. So that one, now I got an exit and an entrance. So they all run together. And I kind of like this setup here, you know, keeping them all on the same side so that way I don't waste space. You know, instead of having the entrance here and the exit over here. This is not a ride that I need to test since it's a default ride. And by the way, speaking of default rides, when we build coasters, we're not going to use the default coasters. By the way, I'm going to make all my coasters because I think it's cheating otherwise. We do need to set the money on this. So the ride fees, we're going to bump it up. We're going to try. I'm going to try 350 and see how that goes. And we do not have an entrance fee. That's not an option. So everything that we make is going to have to be on rides. And this is need to get some more rides down. We'll kind of come back and add some lamps because this is kind of dark in this area. But for now, we need to get some rides down. What else do we want to do? Spin Doctor. Oh, that's way too big. We're going to have to find a home for that. I think we're going to put a Ferris wheel down. Why not? See, I'm going to have to fix this because this is, you know, see if I can put any other rides down in the meantime. Start making some money. No, Spin Doctor, no. Twister, I don't really like this ride too much. We really haven't put any, we really haven't been able to research anything yet that I like or that I can use. So we're going to modify some terrain until we get some more rides. So we're going to flatten this down a little bit. There. And we're just going to keep that one row buffer so you can marry it up a little bit. Because we can't buy into this land out here yet. And I think, yeah, we can't even buy land until it's way over here. So all this is just going to have to make this pretty. So we're just going to keep that one row buffer there. We're going to go to this tool, or this tool? I think it's this tool. Yeah, it's this tool. And we're going to drop it down to 2. And then we're just going to run through here and clean that up a little bit. It's going to look pretty. There we go. And now we should be able to fit a ride in there. If not, then we have other tricks that we can use. This Ferris wheel. Yeah, we're going to have to use other tricks. That didn't work out too well. Let's see. Flatten that down. Okay. Alright. Oh, I know what I did wrong, silly boy. I needed to go all the way out here. Clean that up a little bit. Okay, that's good. Yeah, I did that wrong. This is the way to do it. Oop. Oop. There we go. And then we'll bring it up. I need to set that to 2. You don't have to set it to 2, just make sure if you set it to like 10 or whatever, something ridiculous, just make sure you use only the one, like carry it like that, just the one on the inside and the rest on the outside. But for safety's sake, it's a little easier for me to work with just two. But if I make a mistake, it won't make a difference because I can only affect 2 blocks at a time. So that's why I just prefer to use 2. Clean that up a little bit. Come on. There we go. And we'll come back and smooth this up in a little bit. I need to get some rides down though. That should be pretty good. We'll see in just a second on how good I did. Or bad. Yeah, bad. I'm gonna have to keep jacking with it until I get it right. So if you find this part boring, just go ahead and fast forward it to the next part and we'll catch it up. There's another tool in here that's actually pretty good. Flatten to ride terrain. Whenever, yeah, flatten to increments. This one is always a good tool, so whenever I get stuck like this, I usually use this tool, and this fixes a lot of things. So you just kind of smear this tool around, and it seems to help quite a bit. I may have to make it a little bigger. And I can come back again and touch up that buffer thing there. Yeah, see, that did it. That helped out quite a bit. So that tool is really nice. Whenever you get stuck in a pinch like that, I always seem that's my go-to tool. So this is going along nicely. Getting some people in there. This one as well. I need to add my entrance and exits. I'm going to put my entrance way out here again and my exit here. And then get these rocking and rolling. Oh. Don't merge together. There. Alright, again, I don't need to test this, but I do need to set the rate. And I'm going to try $3. So we're going to come back later and check on these and make sure they're efficient in making their money, and I'll show you how to do it in a little bit. But for now, we're just going to get these down. Spin doctor, nothing else that I really want. Alright, so we're back to, what are we back to doing? We can clean up some things. Check on this right here, see how it's doing. Oh, look at that. It's way too cheap. So we need to raise that up. We're going to raise it up to 350. This seems to have a high demand. So we're going to raise it up to 350 and see how that goes. And then make sure that these people are getting off. If they're not getting off, then we're going to have to try something else to figure out why this ride isn't working right. But they should work right this time. We'll see. Come on, call me a liar. Call me a liar. And sure enough, it's calling me a liar. There they go. They're getting off this time. Alright, so this is no longer bugged. And we're going to prep this area here for more rides by getting rid of some of these bushes. And then we're going to add some lamps, get rid of some of these trees. Yada, yada, yada. I've got some, I want to put a coaster here, believe it or not. I can fit one in here too. Put a nice little coaster just for that spot. There, like that. We're going to try to keep as much scenery as we can. I mean, I don't want this to look plain Jane boring. So I'm going to try to keep this building in here. I'm going to flatten this out a little bit. And try to use this area here, not let it go to waste. Also keeping in mind whenever I'm doing this stuff, that eventually, like we talked about earlier over here, I do want a transit system in here. So I'm thinking somewhere along the lines of here, have a monorail system, since we're going to be buying this land out here. Monorail system to go through here, maybe over in this direction, maybe over in here, and kind of make a big loop around there. So keeping that in mind when we lay these throw rides down, that we're going to have a transit system in here. So just keep that in mind. Alright, we got another ride. So So where are we going to put disco? I think we'll put disco over in here. See how that works. I have to flatten some stuff out. Won't quite fit. So what we're going to do... I got a coaster I think I want to put in here too. There's a nice little tight coaster that would fit in here nicely. Need my flattening tool. Go... Yeah, that's probably alright. Okay. The way I'm doing that... Here, let me undo that so I can show you. Oop, I totally screwed that up. So what I'm doing is I'm going down to the level that I want to stop at. I'm going down a little further because sometimes there might be a tile over in this area that didn't quite make it, so I kind of go beyond where I need to go and then back again. It doesn't cost me any extra money. It's just to make sure that I'm capturing all the tiles that I want to capture when I pull this down. Bring this down as well. We're going to blend all this together to make it look nice and pretty. For now, yeah. See how that bottom one there? See how this one didn't go all the way down? See that? It's a good example. So that's why I like to go a little further and then back again to make sure I captured everything. There we go. All right, so then we're going to smooth this out real quick and then get disco in here, and then we'll be making some money. This will be pretty good. There. All right, pretty good. That should be okay. Yeah, that should be pretty good. Disco should fit in here real nicely. Oh, we got another one. And let's see. I think that'll be okay. Actually, I kind of would like it to go back a little bit, but I'm wondering if that fence... No. It's not the fence. It's the dirt. See, if I get too close to this fence here... yeah, the fence is occupying that space, but it's not occupying that space, so that's why, in order to get something in here, I have to destroy this fence. But it wasn't the fence. It was the ride out here. It was this little blotch of stuff. Alright. Let's see if disco fit in there now. Disco. Still no. That's that one right there. Well, let's try our other tool. Maybe it's not. Where is it? Flatten terrains to incremental rides. That's the one. Try that. See if this fixes it. Alright, disco. Are you going to fit this time? And you are. See, that's my go-to tool. I'm telling you. I like that tool. Alright, so here we go. Where are we going to put this? We'll put it... We'll put it there. And then we may come back and spruce these... Whatchacombs. What are these called? Q-paths. Yeah, we may come back and spruce those up later. Alright, turn this on. I don't need to test it. It's a default ride. And I'm going to bump this up to about 350. See how they think about that. Alright, there we go. Rocking and rolling. Getting some rides down. What else we got? There are rides. Ooh, this is a nice one. A little big. Let me see if we can use that somewhere else. I think this is, yeah, well, that's not bad. It's not bad at all. Oh, I put that down by accident, but it's not a big deal, because if I destroy it, I get all my money back, so So if you're ever in a spot where you, I think I can, and just go ahead and throw it down. Not a big deal. You can always destroy it and get your money back. That may actually work. Because the transit system is going to go through here. And that won't be in the way. But where can I put the queue path? Probably somewhere along the lines of here. I could always move this down if I need to. In fact, let's just do that now real quick. Move this queue path down. Turn that back on. Sorry folks for interrupting your ride. There. And then I can go to this. Turn on my good path, exit path, queue path, ... And yes, that looks good. Turn it on. Money. 350. Good. There. Nice. What else we got? No, it's too big. We'll find some other place for that. I don't like that ride. Let's try this other one that I was talking about. Oh, safest park. Another thing also that I noticed, and I don't know if it's true or not, so whatever. It just feels like the more, by the way, this is how many people are in your park. It just feels like the more rides you get down, whether people are on it or not, it raises your cap for how many people are allowed in your park. And if you only have one ride down, you'll never get 1,000 people. But if you have gobs and gobs of rides, you have the potential to have 1,000+ people. Now, whether they're here or not, that's a whole other thing, based on price and stuff like that. But just keep that in mind too. You need as many rides down as you can to keep your cap high, so they're allowed in the park. Because if everything is cheap, you only have one ride down, again, no one will ever come because you don't have the room for them to be in the park. They can't ride. So anyway, it just kind of feels like that. Whether it's true or not, I don't know. So, back to where we were at. Let me see if oh, yeah, I guess I need to start feeding these people. Alright, so what I usually like to do when I feed these people is do it in patches. What I mean like that is create a food section here, create another one like here, you know, instead of sprinkling them all over the place, you know, because they seem to congregate around those vending machines. So also you need to make sure that your traffic, your paths can accommodate them. So just keep that in mind too when you start loading up a particular area with these things. So where do we want to put it? So we definitely need to feed these people. I'm thinking maybe somewhere along the lines of here, because I'm going to have a transit system go through here. I'm going to want some sort of station area in here to pick up these people on the transit system. So I don't want to put my vending machines here, or whatever you call them. So I may just put them right here, because I'm going to put a coaster here. If I put the machines here, I think that might be a good idea. And then we could put rides on this side here. So, the nice thing is, if I don't like them, I can move them. It doesn't cost me anything. I get my money back. So, by the way, I had a vending machine there in case you didn't catch that. If I right click while I have the vending machine, I can delete stuff. It's just a little harder to do because you're carrying around a burger stand with you or whatever. Anyway, we may push these all the way back. Yeah. What are we gonna do? Let's see. Well, like I said, if we don't like it, we can always tear it down, but I think we're gonna push it all the way back. And then we'll put these down. These cost money to put them down. So, obviously, and it costs staff wages to put them down. So if these don't work out, just come back and destroy them. Get your money back. There. Vending machine. Yeah. We may hold off on these right now, because there really isn't a whole lot of revenue with these. But we'll come back and put them down eventually. ATMs and toilets. Not yet. Let's get a path going here. Yeah, something like that. Alright, this is going to look really ugly for now, but we're going to come back and spruce this up a little bit. But for now, we're going to get these down. Turn these on. And we need to set some prices, but we're going to turn them on first. Now, these deals, what you call them, burger joints. I like to synchronize them all. And what that means is when you change the price for one, it changes the price for all of them. You can do it different based on traffic patterns if you want. It's up to you. I like to put all accommodations on all of my stuff. Max accommodations. That way it's most appealing. And then with the prices, what I usually like to do is scale the profit. So I want my profits to be lower or flat for the lower items and higher for the higher items. So a plausible scenario would be to have the same amount of profit for a standard quarter and half, and have a double the profit for 3/4, or a gradual scale, a more linear scale. That would be, say, 50 cents for this, 60 cents, 70 cents, and so on. But it's up to you. What I usually like to do is have some sort of upward progression whenever I do this stuff. So I'm just going to kind of wing it, really. At $1, I'm going to bump that up to about $1.50. The next one about $1.75-ish. $1.80 is, this might be a little high, but it's okay. It's not going to hurt anything if it's too high. And this one's going to go up to about $2. Yeah. And this one we're going to go up to about $2.50. And the way that we know that we're right or wrong is, as soon as I get this little window here, this guest thoughts, and they're going to tell you if they like it or not. So it says, I'm not paying that much for a quarter burger. Well, give it a second, because you just changed the prices. So give it 10 or 15, 20 seconds, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, something. Give it some time for these people to go in and out of the shop before you start whacking prices around. But anyway, that's how we're going to tell if we're doing good or not. I'm going to turn on all combinations for this. Basically, what we're going to do here is we're going to set prices on all these first, and we're going to go back to the first one and see. Steak on a bun, that we're going to need some profit on that. So we're going to go about $2.50. And we're going to go back and check on them and see how they're doing. Synchronize. Add all accommodations. Can of soda, 50 cents. We want $1. Water, we want about $1-ish. Vanilla, we want a little more than $1, $1.25. And fruit, about $1.25. Again, we're going to come back and check on these. This isn't a end-all, be-all. Also turn these on. I turn these on as well, which are extras and for sold items. Ice, fruit, you know, things that spruce it up. And I didn't do that for this one. I didn't do it for this one too. Spruce it up, and I already did it for this one. No, I didn't. I need to put max accommodation. Max accommodation. Everybody gets extra pickles in my park. Okay, good. Looking good. Looking good. Alright, now we're going to go back. I'm going to check their thoughts. It's too busy. Too busy. Fine. Has mass toppings. Good. As long as no one says it's too high or too low. I'm not paying that much for a quarter. That's only one person, so don't panic. Not paying that much for a quarter. 3/4 is really good value, so we might want to up that a little bit. Maybe. Too busy. Not paying that much. There's only one. One here, one there. We're probably just going to leave it alone. Because if they really didn't like it, you would see it a bunch of times. I'm not paying that much for standard. 3/4 is really good value. 3/4 is really good value. Alright, we're going to leave it alone. Go to the next one. I'm not paying that much. Oh, see, they all hate it. They're like, oh, you idiot, you're trying to take all my money. Alright, so we're going to bring it down. We're making $2.40 in profit. We'll drop it down to $2. Alright. And we'll let that sit for a little bit. See what these folks say on the soda. Vanilla shake, really good value. Okay, anybody else? Going once? Well, they look pretty satisfied. I hope that you are satisfied. I said, I hope that you are satisfied. Anybody can name that quote, you get a prize. It's from a movie. Paying too much for water. That looks pretty good. I mean, no one's really complaining too much. So we're going to leave it alone. We're going to leave it alone. And we're going to see if we got any more thrill rides. We got another one there. Yeah. Ooh, this is a money maker right here. Money maker. I don't care how big it is. This is a money maker. Money. Alright, so I think we're going to fit it there. Alright, the reason we're going to fit it there is because... Fit it there. Fit it there? Did you really just say that? Fit it there? Alright, so the reason... Okay, so it's plenty... We're fine. We're going to buy all this, and we're going to flatten this out so it's not on the way. Our transit system is going to go through here. Everything is cool. And we are going to spin around. Why is my video card freaking out? It's a brand new video card. My frames. Hang on just a second.